Lost, and this is Hearts of Iron 4, the Darkest Hour mod. We're continuing our series of mods, showing what they are and how they're different from the base game and which ones might be interesting. Last week we looked at the Coring States mod, which did give us more manpower, but I think it would be more useful for a smaller country. With Germany, it wasn't as big of an impact, but if you were playing somebody like Hungary, it would be very beneficial as you took over your neighbors. So, give and take there. We also used the Resource War mod, which was an amazing change. I had to play through the game twice. If you haven't seen it, it is on YouTube. The link is below in the chat in the on my Twitch page. And I had to play through twice because the first time around, the changes that the mod made cost me my entire army in a war against Hungary when I was playing as Germany. Second time around, it cost the Russians almost their entire army in a very short order against my army on the Eastern Front. And yeah, it was decisive. It was an incredible change to the mod, and I think it would be very fun to play as a multiplayer game that is PvP. So, that said, today we are playing the Darkest Hour. I don't have either the Resource Wars or Coring States turned on right now. I just have colored buttons and strategic view adjustment, which are only intended to make the game a little more colorful, make it easier for me to see what I'm doing at a glance. Not that it's terribly difficult, but with all the buttons looking exactly the same, it is nice to have a little bit of color. So, we are going to do what we always do for these tests. We're going to play as Germany with all of the standard basic settings. Nothing changed. So let's get in. Let's see what the differences are. Alright. We'll do everything we normally do. Okay, that's interesting. It's been a long time since I've played the Darkest Hour, but now your commander can only hold 60 instead of an unlimited, and your generals, your field marshal can hold 60, your generals can only hold 20. That's interesting. We'll see how that affects things. We'll turn our mountain division to infantry, and we'll turn our cavalry and our SS to tanks. Just to simplify things some. Let's look at research. Okay, that's a change. We can go down the MP40 or the Gewehr 43 lines. Those all look the same. Okay, so the tank line is extended out to 1962 in the Leopard 1. Otherwise, it looks the same. The artillery line is not extended. The tech looks pretty much the same. That looks the same. Okay, so Navy is carried forward to 55 at least. No change there. Okay. So we now have interceptors, fighters, close air support, attack bombers, naval bombers, strategic bombers. And a variety of jet options for all of them. Sorry, I'm just looking my way through, and it looks like we don't get naval bombers past 45. We get naval close air support, naval fighters. I'm wondering where our naval production will be after this. Okay, this is all the same. Ooh, we can do early jets. Not that it matters much, because the jet tech isn't until up here, but what it will probably do is give us the option to build early strategic missiles, early rocket sites. And nothing else has really changed much. Okay. Though we do have an extra... No, we have the same number of research slots. Or do we have an extra? I played so many different mods, I can't remember which one is which. I'm not going to bother with the interceptors. Interceptors are specifically bomber interceptors. And that's what the heavy fighters are. Now, the heavy fighters might be good as ground pounding. They might be good as a mixed close air support fighter. I'm going to go down the heavy fighter line just to have a look at it. I don't know what it will do for me, if anything, so I might as well get some information. That's the thinking. And we'll start these. Normal production queue, get our oil and our rubber taken care of, then get some more factories in place. Okay. I've got 4 more factories. Put them there. Alright. Let's deal with our lack of oil, our lack of rubber, and chromium. Now, as you can see, I'm constantly choosing people other than the majors. I don't want to support England, since I will probably end up at war with them. I'll hold on to these. I'm going to make them... So I'm making these less priorities so that I make sure that all of my current divisions are fully loaded. Okay, this is different. Okay, we'll start with that because that's going to be our factories. One of these days I'm going to have to look up what disbanding my Air Force actually does to me. Because I do it regularly. Just kick them all out, come back later. Let's get moving. I should never have too many divisions in here. Oh. I'm going to do 15 infantry and 5 tanks per army. And that should give me the strength I need. I'm training these guys up, not because they need the training, but in order to get the army experience I need. Okay. If I remember right, Arbeits front is workers front. More buildings, strength through joy, production efficiency growth. Do this. Because that will increase these. Should push that all the way up to 15, maybe more. Yeah, that'll push it up to 15. Good, good. We're ahead there. Doing well there, doing well, doing well. All right. So some of these people I don't have access to because I haven't done a national focus yet that gives them to me. More building slots. We want our silent workhorse to speed things along. Oh, that's interesting. 56 days instead of 70. A lot of the mods seem to do that. They change up the length of time that these national focuses take. Sometimes it's really cool, and sometimes it seems a bit ridiculous. Just waiting for the Spanish Civil War to start. Only 35 days. That is very quick. Captain of Industry. There's the Spanish Civil War. Attack, armor division and speed, reconnaissance. Yeah, we'll go with you. Get rid of all of my old aircraft that I'm not producing anymore, so that I don't have to worry about them. I think that was 60. I need at least 50 divisions to send volunteers. I currently have 34. I have far fewer fighters available, but that's because I got rid of them all. I really need to get my production here up, but I can't afford to do that until I get the oil and rubber taken care of. patiently waiting for the Spanish. Though unlike the last time, Republican Spain is holding on. We just need one more division ready to produce. Nope, that'll do. Ah, I can send 3 volunteers. I'm not going to spare anything for Yugoslavia. I want all of their territory for myself. I do not want to give them anything that might help them resist. Good, our divisions have arrived in Spain. Looks like they're already trying to struggle through to Zaragoza. Not Zaragoza. Barcelona. Alright, if they're going to resist in the north, we'll push to the south. Motorized artillery. That's interesting. I'd have to use more of that. Okay, let's get the research taken care of real quick. Ah, those aircraft. We're done with that, so we don't need to research anything else at the moment. Let's start researching air tactics. Okay. That'll be the first 6 factories. That will do. These divisions are cut off. They've got to be breaking sometime soon. Yeah, I mean, look at how disorganized they are. Well, that mine appears to be doing much better. They are determined to hold Barcelona, having thrown 10 divisions into it. It is one of the problems with Barcelona. It is very easy to defend. Italy is fine. Britain's fine. Don't particularly worry about either. "13 divisions. Let's leave Barcelona for the moment and deal with the rest of Spain. Okay. Alright, none of those divisions are making it out alive. Should you two get up here for the attack on Valencia? The armor can continue a southern thrust and help destroy these divisions. You help with Valencia. at some point they aren't going to have enough resources to hold on to Barcelona. So I've got 7 divisions here. Let us change our infantry to include some useful divisions and more artillery. Later, we will change our tanks. How short are we on equipment? Pretty short, but we'll deal with it. "18 divisions stuck in Barcelona. They don't have manpower, obviously, because they're cut off and surrounded. They've only got the one spot. Their attrition is 39, and no, their average organization is dropping from 20%. And their average strength is dropping from 40. Yeah, their divisions are almost broken. It's the lack of resources. They just can't resist. Okay, Spain is done. We're going to start with the Rhineland. Troops are on their way back home. Get our divisions spread out a little bit. We're ahead on this, but I'd like to get production going. And Amelia Earhart has disappeared. That is appropriate, historically speaking. Kind of sad, but, you know, shit happens. Our Third army is already prepared. I should do. Let's just get it out there. Japan has declared war on Shaanxi and China. Make sure our fleet's going into the right spot. Feels good to have our divisions already in position for some of this. I know that 20 divisions isn't really going to be enough to hold France, nor will it be enough necessarily to deal with the Czechs, but it is a preliminary deployment. My biggest concern right now is getting enough artillery, tanks, and support equipment in place. Good. What do I need for the Anschluss? So I can't do the Anschluss until 38 regardless. We will do that. Organization should make them tougher and harder to kill. One thing I'm going to do, tech-wise, I'm going to do the research for the 1940 aircraft. I'm not going to produce them. I'm going to stick with the 36 and then start producing the 43, I think. No, I think I'll start with the 40. And then maybe skip the 43 and go straight to the 45. It's a hard choice, really. We'll think about it. Either way, I'm going to have to decide what I do. It doesn't have to be decided this instant. I'm going to ignore Italy for the moment. Deal with the rest later. expand it to a 40 width division, that's when we will. Italy, did you just end up at war with the Allies? No. You're at war with Greece and Romania. Good. Okay. Trying to balance out my production. Ah, I can do the Anschluss now. Okay. So after the Africa Corps finishes, we'll do the Anschluss. I'm not feeling too bad with 60 divisions, another 16 in reserve, but given that none of them are terribly confident except for the one against Austria, we should be confident given that the Austrians don't have a great deal of power. What I need to do is that, especially since I have plenty of oil and rubber at the moment. But getting those airfields up, getting them ready to support my war against France and anything else. The defense of the North Sea against the British, my fight over France, and my fight with Poland, that's going to be important. Where do I want to give these guys to? Will do. 12 days for the Africa Corps. I think what I will do is convert the Austrian divisions into motorized divisions. Update. There we go. Five days for the Anschluss. Now either this goes well, or we're at war. Good, the Anschluss was a success. We'll now move that army up to Yugoslavia. Those 19. And Wallace, you can have that army. Go to the Polish border. I have 3 more factories. We need to stretch the army down. We need 1 more. Then we'll get rid of the Austrian divisions. We are better off without Hungary. So long as I maintain my independence, so long as I stay a single country, it is less likely for the Allies to pounce. At least that's the experience I've had thus far. Oh, that's wrong. Because you need to join that army to finish it off. Yes, because that'll give him the 5th Armored Division. And I will want to give these medium tanks. I'm going to need a lot more factories for that. Good, a triumph for Germany. Do the fate of Yugoslavia. Hopefully it works for me. Need a lot more production. I am incredibly short on supplies. Yugoslavia is guaranteed by Czechoslovakia, Czechoslovakia by Romania. I almost hope that Yugoslavia says no, and then I'm at war with those 3, because I can pull 20 divisions off the border with Poland and shift them south. But now it is again just a waiting game, just waiting for something to happen. Either the Allies will collapse and Yugoslavia will be mine, or it could be in a massive war in Southern Europe. I'm really hoping for the war in Southern Europe. I think I can win it. My generals don't seem too confident, but I think mostly that's because I have no plan in place. Okay, Yugoslavia refused. Let's see who's guaranteeing them. Just Czechoslovakia. I am not going to attack the Czechs. I'm going to let them come at me. I'm also going to One of the key reasons I don't want to attack the Czechs directly is I don't really have a ton of air support. This would be a good opportunity, however, to test these guys. Yeah, they can do bomber intercept or close air or air superiority. They cannot do the close air support that I wanted, which means there is no point in building them. They're just more fighters. I'd rather scrap that and stick more production into fighters and tactical bombers. So you will go away. God damn it. Croatia should not survive long. Yugoslavia has joined the Comintern. That's disheartening, to say the least. Czechoslovakia has joined the Comintern. That's okay. So I'm going to run into a problem here. And that problem is going to be the fact that my troops don't have the equipment they need because I produce divisions too quickly. This is the problem right now. As long as France doesn't join the Comintern, we should be good. No. You do not do crazy attacks. You can attack, though. Come on. You can push the Czechs back. And as soon as Croatia falls, we'll be fine. I'm going to have to deal with the fact that I can't get to Russia except by naval invasion or through Poland. I don't want to fight a war through Poland just to end up at war with the Russians. I mean, I'm already at war with the Russians, but I believe you understand the point I'm making. Good. Czechoslovakia is starting to fall. I'm surprised Croatia is still in it. Then again, if Yugoslavia finishes off Croatia, that gives me access to them. Almost cut them off. Which would mean no more reinforcements going up this way. These look like they're all Czech units, not Russian. And I don't think the Russians can get Lend-Lease through because they don't have a border. They might be able to go through Romania. I just don't know. What I do know is that I want Czechoslovakia to surrender quickly. Finally. Yes, I'm declaring war in Croatia. I need them out of my way. Should have done. I should have done Danziger War. But I want to wait. I want to give my divisions the opportunity to rebuild. Especially since, well, the UK is only improving relations. French Republic is still a republic, not communist. That's good. Good. Poland asked for greater, which means they are now a faction. Kill that Russian division. I need through Croatia. 13th of February, 39. 3 days. Good. Croatia, you will die now. Greece joining the Allies. That is perfectly fine. Oh no, that's bad because Italy's at war with Greece, which means Italy is now at war with the Allies. However, I am not at war with the Allies. So I don't care. Let's cancel this order. Let's go for a deeper push. I was hoping to cut divisions off, but that's okay. We're at partial mobilization, but we'll go to war economy. They should now be cut off, which is great news. Now if I can cut this off, we'll be in better shape. The Russians got through. What do I want to do? Fine, this might be useful. Kingdom of Yugoslavia has capitulated. Yugoslavia capitulating frees me up from having to worry about their crap. I'm not at war with Romania, not at war with them, not at war with Italy, not at war with the Allies. I don't have to worry about any of it. Here I am cutting off Russian divisions, killing them. But sure, it's only 5, 6 divisions, but 5 or 6 Russian divisions that don't make it back to Russia, that's a good thing. Okay. Send these guys north. They will take up a part of that line. And we will shrink Red's line appreciably. Red, your job is to get to Russia. Blue, your job is to get to Russia. Yellow, your job is actually to get to Warsaw. And orange, your job is to get to Russia. Let's get our aircraft moved over. Focus on Western Poland for the moment. I want medium tanks up. And non-core manpower, foreign subversives, and terror. Now where are we? We're on. Oh, I forgot to. I forgot that I wanted to deal with Poland. You know what we could do? I mean, we're already at war with them. That's a bad idea. However, that was a great idea. Because I'm through the Maginot Line, France has no divisions to guard. And if this works the way I want, I'll end up with 80 divisions against the Russian front. I mean, yeah. All of them are ready. All of them are ready. We're going to cancel production. I'm canceling production because I can't really afford it. I can't afford to just keep checking out armies. Okay, you're going to slow down your assaults. You can wait. And I don't need to do Poland now. What I need to do now is get my armies ready for Russia. Let's wipe out these 9 divisions. Good. Red, you need to concentrate here. And your goal is now the Russian front. Orange, you need to extend your border and race for the coast. Yellow, move up. Blue, move up. I don't want blue or yellow in the line yet because they're going to be pumped in to fill this up when I go to war with, when I actually start pushing into Russia. Around Poland, of all things. Okay, you guys stretch your line a little. And you narrow your line a little. If this could just go away. It's literally one division holding me up. Holding up, what is that, 6 of mine? Pretty freaking ridiculous. Okay, factories. Yeah, I'm not going to get anything through Portugal. Do what I can. Romania has capitulated. Perfect. I'm going to do, so I don't hit myself too hard with this planning bonus, is only go out to that second river. Can I even dump? I can't even get 100 heavy bombers in. Okay, we will have a blue filter in the line here. And push between. Orange, fall back. We got too many units, not enough supply. And I am not the Russians. I don't get... Okay. I'm gonna let my people dig in some. So if I can't strengthen some of the lines. Well, this is an interesting play. I don't regret my choice. I do, however, think I'm going to need to support the frickin' Italians against the Greeks. That's fine. Poland can do what they want. Let's let them relax. French and British are going to push me back. And I'm willing to bet it's because I lack the resources necessary. Yep, I don't have the units I need. It's all about this every time I play. Alright. I'm going to call it here. Not much is going to change. This is going to turn into a nice long slugfest. I don't know that I will win. I'm in a pretty bad spot because of my choices. But that doesn't really matter. I would see it through to the end normally. But today I do actually have to go and do work because the This is not my job. This is just something I do for fun. So I do have to cut it short because of work, real life. So we're going to call it here. And next week we will try a different mod. Maybe we'll do Road to 56. Road to 56 is another change to the base game like this one, but slightly more complicated. And then we'll maybe go from there into Black Ice, which is much more complicated. So we'll see. Until then, good luck in your own wars and happy gaming.